Hi everyone, Salesforce Consulting Training, Day 8. Let's see what are we going to learn today. We'll quickly go through the previous session overview and we'll talk about the quotation, and we'll talk about the creating the new quote, how to create the new quote, and what are the quote cycles in Salesforce, and how to create a PDF on quote, and discount quote, how can we make it as a discount, and what are the properties of quote. And then we will see the marketing sales cloud architecture. Then we'll talk about the contract, creating a new contract. And then we will talk about how can we activate the contract, and then order, quiz, homework, and today's interview questions. Now, what did we learn in the last session?
How to add price book, how to add product.
What did we discuss in the last session?
Price book. Price book, opportunity, product, and report.
Product and price book, how to link product and price book, how to link opportunity and product.
Okay. So
and enable quote.
Yeah. So the last one which we have discussed is how to enable the quote. What is the quote? We have discussed it, and how to enable it. In order to enable the quote, we have to go to the quote setting, and here it is, initially it shows as a enable quotes. Once you click on this, it shows as a disable quotes. Now, as soon as the quotes are enabled, now we can see the objects are added in the object manager, which is a quote and quote line item. The objects are added in the quote and quote line item. These are the objects are added in the object manager. Similarly, in the opportunity, we can see the quote is added. The quote is added. Now, yesterday we were working like we have created a product, and then finally we enable the quote. When we enable the quote, we can see the quote information here. Quote details we can see. Now, what is exactly quote that we have discussed yesterday, but again I'm repeating it. Quote is nothing but a price of your company products and services, or else you can say that any proposal or a offer, or expected amount, or what are the amount is there, sample amount. So basically a quote is a specific combination of product, quantities, and pricing. Combination of all these are stored into the quote. Now we individually created the product, and we created the price book entry. Now while entering the product, we have added the quantities. So a quote is nothing but a specific combination of product, quantities, and pricing. Is everything sits into the quote. It is the specific group of the product and their associated price, whatever we have quoted on for the customer. Whatever we have quoted for the customer. Right? Now, a quote is a specific combination of product, quantities, and pricing. And it is a specific to the group of products and their associated prices, whatever we have quoted for the customers. Everything comes into the product. Now we'll discuss the homework at the end of the class. Now we'll continue this. Now, in order to enable the code, what we have done is we have just go for a setup, feature setting, and there we have an option called code setting, right? So once we enable the code, then we can see the page layout. We can see the page layout. Now let's go ahead and create a code. Now, in order to create a code on the opportunity, we can see this related list, which is called as a quotes. Now, if you click on this arrow button, it will show you us new code. That means there are 4 sections are there. Now, whenever you click on a new quote, it will open up a window, and in that window you will see 4 sections. One is a quote name, total, and a quote information, and there is a total section, and there is a prepared for section and the address information section. And there are 4 sections will be created. Now let me go ahead and create it. Now I am into the Anita right now. The amount is 2,50,000. We have added the Salesforce course, which is a cost of 1,25,000, right? And this is quantity is 2. Now I'll click on a new code here. I'm generating a new code. When I click on a new code, now here you see the 4 sections. One is a quote information, and the second one is a totals, and then we have a prepared for, and finally we have a address information. These are the 4 sections which are available inside the code. Now if you observe, when we click on the code, new code, right, automatically it captures the opportunity. Automatically it captures the opportunity. And what is the account that is associated with? What is the account that is associated with? These are automatically captured. These are automatically captured. Now, if I scroll down, now I also, this prepared for is capturing from the contact information. Prepared for is getting it from the contact information. And address information is we are receiving from the account. We are receiving from the account. So that means whenever the code is created, now whenever we are creating a code, there are 3 records will be connected to the code. The first one is a opportunity, and the second one is contact, and then account. These 3 objects details automatically linked with, that means code is going to auto-populate the details from the opportunity, auto-populate the details from the contact, auto-populate the details from the account. It will auto-populate. Now here it is a opportunity name and account name. Similarly, we have a contact details. All the contact details are displaying it, and similarly address information. Now click on a save button. No, I have not created here. Let's say I am creating a code for the Swapna ID Anita. So let's say that Anita and expiration date. I'm just adding the code name and I'm adding the expiration date. Let's say it is a July 31st. Now, if you observe here, there is a one thing which is called as a quote number. Quote number. This is a automatically generated. Quote number is automatically generated. How it is automatically generated? Because whenever the quote is enabled, the quote object is when it is enabled, if you go to the fields and relationship, there you have an account number. There you have a, quote number. There is a quote number, which is an auto number. Salesforce is making it as an auto number. Now let's go ahead and save this. Now click on save. Once we save this, the auto number is automatically generated. See here, this is the auto number. If I open this, now detail section, quote number is automatically. We cannot edit that number. We cannot edit that number, or we cannot enter that number. And we have a quote name, whatever the name which we have given, that is the name. And expiration date is 31st of July. And opportunity account is automatically captured. Subtotal, total price is automatically captured from the opportunity. If you see on the opportunity, the total amount on the opportunity amount is the 2,50,000. That the same amount is displaying in the subtotal as well as the total price as well as the grand price, grand total. And then prepared for is a contact information and the address information it is displaying it. right? So this number is automatically generated. If I create another quote, then it comes as a 002. So it is like a +1 increment. +1 increment. If I create another quote, it will display all zeros and then 2. All zeros and then 2 because it's a auto number. The data type is auto number. The data type is auto number. Auto number filter, Salesforce will take care of adding the number there. Right. So now it is generated. It is generated the code. What is the amount? Amount is 2,50,000. It is generated 2,50,000 and grand total is also 2,50,000. Discount is 0 because right now we do not have applied any discount. This is the basic quotation that we have generated, and total price is 2,50,000. 2,50,000. Now this is the basic one which we have generated. Now if you observe on the quote level, quote is also have a quote cycle. Quote is also have a quote cycle, which is a draft, need review, in review, approved, rejected, presented, or accepted, declined. Draft means just started. We just created the quotation. Which is nothing but a draft. Needs review is nothing but maybe before I send it to the customer, this quotation, somebody in my team or my manager has to review this quotation, has to review this quotation, like subtotal and grand total, is it displaying correctly or not? Everything has to be reviewed by the somebody. In that case, we will say needs to review. Now, if somebody is in the process of reviewing this record, then we will make it as a reviewing it. Approved is nothing but my manager is approved, or one of my team members says that okay, this is perfectly fine. Rejected means maybe my manager is rejected this quotation because it doesn't match with the product. Product is cost is huge, but totally grand total it is saying is 2,50,000. Nowhere it is matching with the product, or maybe the product cost is low and this grand total is coming as a very high. So in that case, they will reject it. Then presented is nothing but we are presenting to the customer. Once it is approved, right? Once it is approved, then I can present it to the customer. If it is a rejected, then I cannot present it to the customer. That means it is rejected by the manager. Then I need to start from the scratch. If it is approved, I can go to the customer and present the quotation. Once we present the quotation to the customer, if customer is accept the quotation, then we will say accepted. In case the customer did not accept the quotation, then it is a decline. Then it is a denied. It is denied. So we have a different quote cycle in the quotation, in the Salesforce CRM, draft, need review, in review, approved, rejected, accepted, presented, accepted, and denied. And this is what we have seen here in the quote cycle, right? So draft is nothing but I just started on creating it. Needs review is nothing but someone is reviewing it. In review means somebody is currently they are reviewing it. Approved means my manager has approved. Higher manager is rejected means higher manager is rejected. Presented means we are presenting to the customer. And then based on the presentation, if the customer accept it, we will change the status to the customer accepted. Otherwise, we will change it to the denied. Now this quotation is created. Now we can send this quotation to the customer. Now this is a record. Whatever right now I have created it, though it is a code, but I just created a record here. But I need to send kind of a PDF format or kind of a paper format. or some format I need to send it to the customer. If I send it like this, quotation number 001, expiration this, if I send this information, customer will not understand. First of all, they will ask that, what is this entire data? Why are you sending this data? They will not be understanding this information. That means I need to generate some template. I need to generate some template in order to create a bill, sample bill, kind of a PDF bill or a paper bill, some bill I need to prepare it. In order to prepare that sample bill in the Salesforce, we have a concept called create a PDF on code. There is a option which is available, create PDF. By using the create PDF, what we can do is we can generate the PDF page for that quotation, now which is available when you click on the quotation. In the quotation, if you click on the arrow button here, which is a menu item. Now, when you click on this, you will see one of the option is called create PDF. Create PDF. Now here, quotation, and then I'm clicking on the create PDF. Right, I created the quotation, right? In the quotation, now if you look at, let's go to the related list. In the related list, in the quote related list, you have a quote line item. What is this quote line item? Quote line item is nothing but a product information. Product information. Now for this opportunity, Swapna, IT, Anita, for this opportunity, how many products do I have? I have one product. So that same product, it is displaying it. Same product, it is displaying it. Now, quote PDF is a 0, notes and attachment is 0. Now let's go ahead and create a PDF. I'm just clicking on this create PDF. The create PDF option is provided by the Salesforce. I have not generated it. I have not created it. It's provided by the Salesforce. Now here, company name is Swapna IT. Company name is Swapna IT. Company address is A. Company address is A. Created date, when it is created is that today it is created. And the expiration date, while creating the quotation, I have mentioned the expiration date as a 31st July. So that's the same expiration date it is giving it. And this is my quote number. Now there will be for even real-time scenarios also, whenever they generate a bill, every bill has some code it is. There should be some code for every bill. Similarly, here also we have some kind of a number which is called as a quote number. And prepared by who has prepared, whoever is logged in person is there, that person is prepared. Contact name, Salesforce, Anita, right? So that is the contact name. And email ID, this is the email ID of the person who is generated the PDF, that person email ID. Whoever is generated, that person email ID. Now this email ID is whoever is the contact is there. Whoever is the contact is there, that contact email ID. That contact email ID. So this side, the left side is the person who is generating the PDF, that person email ID. And the other side is whoever is contact person is there, contact person email ID. And for whom do we want to send it? This is the bill to name. This is the account name. This is account name. Ship it to whatever the account, on that account, whatever the address is there. That's the same address we wanted to bill it. Now here ship it to is blank. So that's the reason it is not displaying it. Now bill to is, now this is the address which we have to bill to. This is the address which we have to bill to. Then what is the product? Product is Salesforce course. List price is 1,25,000. Sales price is 1,25,000. Quantity is a 2. Total price is 2,550. 2,50,000. Now here each one is a 1,25,000. Each one is 1,25,000. Quantity is 2. So it is coming as a total is 2,50,000. 2,50,000. Now at the bottom, it is giving me the information of subtotal. What is the subtotal and what is the discount is applied and what is the total price and what is the grand total. And then below we have a quote acceptance information. That means signature of the, this is a signature from the company. Now this is what we have generated. Name, title, date, all the information, we can sign it and send it to the customer. Now, this is the PDF. Now, this PDF, below we have a two option, two buttons are there. Below there are two buttons. Now, one button which says save and email code. Save and email the code. Save and email code. This is save to code. This is save to code. This is just a save the code, and here I am saying that send an email. Save as well as send an email to the customer. Now, for example, if I click on it, save to code. If I click on it, save to code, what will happen? It will be just saved into the record. Where can I see the record saved? Here it is the one. In the code PDF as well as the notes and attachment, there is a record that gets added. There is a record that gets added here in the code as well as the notes and attachment. Code and notes and attachment. Now, if you want to send an email, now you can click on this arrow button, email PDF. Click on email PDF. Or else, if you want to send an email during the generation of the PDF, you can create as many as PDF on the code. You can create as many as PDF on the code. Now here code is generated. Now I'll say here save and email the code. That means it will save in the PDF, notes attachment, as well as it will attach to the this person. Where is the person is there, it will attach. Now I'll say here, it is already attached, right? I need not to reattach again. Nothing needs to be attached. It is already attached the PDF. I'll say that hi, please find the Salesforce course quotation. Salesforce course quotation and click on send. Now once we click on a send button, now you will see some kind of a alert message. What is this alert message? It is saying that depending on, basically every file is in Salesforce, every file, the limitation is 5 MB. You can attach up to 5 MB of every file. Overall org wise, in the organization, you can attach to 50 MB. Overall, in the organization, you can attach to 50 MB. You can attach the 250 MB overall the organization, and each file can go maximum file size is 5 MB. Overall the organization, it is a 250 MB. Now what it is saying is that you are attaching the file to this email. You are attaching the PDF file to this email. Now depending on their size and your setting, anyone inside your organization, your company can use the link and share, download the file, attach the file, right? So it is saying that anybody outside of the file or inside of the company, they can just download it and they can use this file. Are you sure you can use it? Now, if you want to go for it, attach and send it, then it will attach it. But when you are attaching the file, just make sure that your file limit should be maximum is 5 MB. And overall organization file MB is 250 MB. 250 MB. Now click on here, attach and send it. I said attach and send it. Now here is the data which is attached. Here is the data which is attached. Now again, in case if you want to resend it again, you can click on email to PDF. When you click on email to PDF also has the information. Now let's say here subject is Salesforce course. Salesforce course. Now to address, who is the to address? When you click on here email to PDF, to address automatically will not capture. To address automatically will not capture. Now what I'll do is I'll create here. Now what are the June batch is there. The June batch, I'm going to send it. Hi. Please find Salesforce course details or course quotation. Course quotation. Click on you send. Now every time it will show that alert message. In case if you do not want that alert message, that should be totally fine. You can say that there is a checkbox, do not show the same alert message next time. If you enable that checkbox, it will not show for next time. Now this is how we are sending an email to the customer, and customer will receive an email. Now if I go to the Gmail, now if I go to the Samskar ID, in the Samskar ID, now the person might have already received the Salesforce course. Now this is the Salesforce course. Now here you will say that please find the Salesforce course details, and if you open this, the person is able to see the course details here. Person is able to view the course details. They are able to view the course details. If they open this attachment, it is available here. It is available here. Right, so that's what we have sent it. Now, the scenario here is in one code, you can create multiple PDFs. You can create multiple PDFs, but how can you identify which one is the latest PDF? Now again, I'm creating one more PDF. Again, I'm creating one more PDF. I'll say here save to code. So total I have created 3 PDFs. So in code PDF, there are 3 are there. Now, but how can I identify which one is the oldest PDF, which one is the latest PDF? Just by looking at the version. Every PDF ends with the version. Version 1, version 2, version 3. Version 1 is nothing but old PDF. It is a old PDF. What are the latest version is there, which is a V3. This is nothing but a new. New will be always having the highest number here. Old will be always having the lowest number in the V. Version 1, version 2, version 3. Version 1, version 2, version 3. That means version 1 is the oldest PDF, version 3 is the newest PDF. Newest PDF. Now, let's assume that. Let's assume now on the opportunity, I have a product called Salesforce course. I have a product called Salesforce course. But suddenly I'm changing here. Now I'm going to add one more product. I'm adding them one more product, which is a HTML and JavaScript. I'm adding the HTML and JavaScript. Let's say here quantity. Let's say 1. Click on save. Click on save. Now my amount is updated, expected revenue is updated, and total products is 3. Right? Now, if I look at my code, whatever the code that we have created, if I look at this code, let me refresh it. But here the grand total is showing the 2,50,000, which is the old one. But what is the latest one that I have? Latest one, they are also interested on HTML and JavaScript. That means the total amount right now is 3,40,000. But quotation is, it's not updating anything here. It's not automatically updating anything. Now, if you go to the related list, in the related list also, you can see only one product, right? Actually, you have 2 products here. But how many it is showing? Only one product. Only one product. The reason for this is we just added the one product and we created the quotation, and again we have added the product. If we add a product after creating a quotation, those latest information, it won't be there on the code. the latest information, it won't be there on the code. Now, in this case, what I'll do is I'll create a new code here. I'll create a new code. Now, let's say this Anita version 2 and here July 31st and click on save. Let's say let's increase the expiration date, let's say August 31st. Let's click on save. Now it is just now created the 002. Auto number is increased. Auto number is increased. Now if I go back to the code, now if I go back to the product opportunity, in the opportunity there are two quotations are created. Whatever the highest number is there, which is nothing but that is the latest code. That is latest code. Now the latest code is having a 3,40,000 and expiration is August 31st. Subtotal is 3,40,000. Total price is 3,40,000. Grand total and is 3,40,000. Right now, everything it is displaying the information here. Now, in the related, I can see two products. One is with 1,25,000. Another one is with $90,000. Now, quantity is Salesforce course is 2 members, HTML and JavaScript course is 1 member. So total it is 3,40,000. Total it is 3,40,000. Now this is created. Now again I can go ahead and I can generate a PDF. Again, I can generate a PDF. Now here I'm going to send one more email. I'll cross verify all the data is correct. All the data is perfectly fine. Now click on save and email code. Save and email code. Now this again, I'm going to send the HTML and Salesforce. HTML and Salesforce. Let's click on save. Now let's check this to not show this message again. Click on the attach and send it. Now it has sent it. It has sent it 8:50 p.m. today. Now there is a one PDF is created. Right now, there are few customers. There are few customers. Few customers are very good in 2 quotations or in 3 quotations. We can end up the pricing or we can close that opportunity within the 3 quotes. There are few customers, they are like at least 10 quotation, they will keep on generating it. They wanted to generate at least 10 quotation because they are going backwards and front, like they are removing the product, they are adding the product, they are changing the price book. Whatever they are doing it, they are playing with the, like, they are not constant because the price is coming too high. Or they wanted to remove the product and they wanted to add the product and they wanted to change the price book completely and go for a different price book. Now these are the changes which they are doing it. Now salesperson will have some patience where they can talk to the customer only sometime. Now after that, like if they are keep on changing the product, if they are keep on changing the product, keep on modifying the product, again adding the pack. Now in that case, I might end up creating the 10 quotations or 20 quotations. I might end up creating the 10 quotations or 20 quotations. In that scenario, what we can do is instead of creating a 20 quotations or 10 quotations, simply what I can do is we have a one option which is called as a, now let's go to the quotation. Now in the quotation, the 002. Now here one field is there syncing. There is a one field which is available syncing. Syncing is, it's not editable. First of all, it is not editable. I cannot edit it. Here I have an inline option, but here I do not have an inline option. Right, that means I cannot edit. Now, how can I enable the syncing? How can I enable the syncing? In order to enable the syncing on the code, we have an option called start sync. We have an option called start sync. So when you click on a start sync, Now it says that if you continue, you will replace all the opportunity products with the quote line items. After the quote is synced, opportunity product and quote line items are updated automatically. As soon as this sync option is enabled, opportunity products as well as the quote line items both updated automatically. That means if I make any changes to the quote line item, products is getting updated. If I make any changes to the product, code gets updated. Now let me show you that. Now let's say it is continue. I'm syncing it. Now let's see. Now it is enabled. Now it is enabled. Now what I'll do is initially we have HTML JavaScript is a quantity is a one. Quantity is one. Now what I'll do is I'll edit this code line item. I'm editing the code line item. Now here I'll say, let's go for it two quantities. Now the sales team is modifying the code line item. Now, whenever they modify the quote line item, now immediately the grand total gets updated. Before it was a 3,40,000. Now it is going to update 4,30,000. 4,30,000. Now let's see the opportunity. Inside the opportunity, let's refresh the opportunity here. In opportunity is also showing the 4,30,000 and HTML JavaScript, which is updated to quantity is 2. Before it was 1, right now it is updated. That means what sales team is doing, sales member is actually updating the code because they are playing multiple times. Now, instead of just going and updating in the opportunity, what that person is done is they have enabled the syncing option here. They have enabled the syncing option. By enabling the syncing option is if you make any changes to the code line item, opportunity level as well as product also gets updated. Right now, if you make any changes at the product level, on the opportunity product level, if you make any changes, now click on, for example, I'm just deleting the HTML JavaScript. I'm deleting the HTML JavaScript product on the opportunity. Click on delete. As soon as I deleted it, now the amount is 2,50,000. Now let's go here, refresh. Now the quote line item should be updated. Quote line item should be updated. Now it is updated and the grand total is 2,50,000. Now that means I have two objects here. One is a quote object. This is a quote object. And another one is product. Another one is product. Now these both are inside the opportunity. These both objects are inside the opportunity. These both objects are inside the opportunity. Now I have an opportunity here. Now inside the opportunity, now we have a product. Now let's say this is the product and this is code. Product and code. Both are within the opportunity. Now, whenever you add or update or you delete anything that you do or anything sales team does it or anything client is updating, either they can add it or they can remove it or they can update it, right? Update it or they can change the product or price book. They can change the product and price book. Now, for example, first time they have added and they have generated the code. Once we generate the code, now there is an option called create a PDF. By using the create a PDF, we have generated the PDF and sent it to client. Now again, they have updated the information. Again, I have created another code. Again, I have created another code. So here I have created another code because there is a updates are happened on the product. Similarly, next time also there is some updates are happened. Next time there is some updates are happened and there is another quote is created. That means on the opportunity level, multiple quotes can be created. There is no issue with that. But if you see that you are ending up creating the 20 quotes or 20 quotations, 30 quotations, rather than creating a quote for every single time, what I'm saying is just enable the syncing option. Just enable the syncing option. Now, because of this enabling the syncing option, what will happen here is now whatever the data that you are updated here, whatever the data that is gets updated, whatever the data that is gets updated, it will move to the code, and whatever the data that is updated, it will move to the product. Move to the product. So this is a sync option. The sync option is basically whatever the data that is created or updated, modified or changed the product, then immediately it gets updated on the code. Similarly, if there are any changes are happened on the code line item, the same updates can go back and sync it to the product. Can sync it to the product. This is within the opportunity. For a single opportunity, you can make a sync between the code and product. You can make a sync between the code and product. Now that's how we made it here. Now whether you generate a multiple PDFs or how many PDFs if you want to generate it, you can just generate it. You can generate it. Now here PDF that was generated for the 3,40,000. Now we have a amount is 2,50,000. So let me generate that new PDF. Create a PDF. Let's say I'm saving to the code. I'm clicking on save to code. Once it is clicked, now PDF is saved successfully on the code. Now the version 2 it is saying that 2,50,000. Version 1 it is saying 3,40,000. 3,40,000. Now let's suppose if I add another product here, I'm adding the another product. When I click on this, I'm on to the quote level. I'm on quote line item. In the quote line item, I'm adding the product. When I add a product here, click on it next. Now it says list of the price and the quantity is let's say 1 and let's say save. Now the quote line item is added onto the quote. Similarly, on the opportunity, we have a product. It was just a single product. Now if I refresh, now we can see the two products on the same opportunity. And the amount is 3,40,000. Amount is 3,40,000. So syncing is happening between the two opportunities. Syncing is happening between the two opportunities. Now suddenly, now what I'll do is I forgot there is a syncing is available. There is a code is available. I forgot it. The reason is maybe we have updated the, now let's assume that I made changes here. Now what I'm doing is I already have a syncing between the code and a product. Now what I'll do is I'll change the price. Product is, it's fine, it is linking. Product is, it is fine, it is linking. But what will happen if I change a price book? Now for example, I'm changing the price book of gold. When I change the price book of gold, let's click on a save. What it is saying, you cannot update. Now choose the price book. I am updating from the platinum to gold. Click on a save. Now what it is saying that you cannot update the price book. You remember yesterday we have able to update the price book. We were able to update the price book. Right, when we change the price book, automatically the products were deleted. Automatically, the products are deleted. Now, right now, when I'm trying to change the price book, it is giving the warning message. You cannot update a price book. Unexpected exception while validating the invocable. While validating the Now let's click on here, choose. Again, I'm going to the gold customer. Click on a save, and then invocable action request. What is this means? This means it is saying that indirectly you already have a syncing is enabled between the product and code. There is a syncing is already enabled between the product and code. Now, once the syncing is enabled, once the sync is active, you cannot make a changes to the price book. You cannot make a changes to the price book. If you want to change the price book on the product level, what you have to do is you need to deactivate this. You need to deactivate the syncing option. Now, how can I deactivate the syncing option? There is an option called stop syncing. There is an option called stop syncing. Now, if you say stop sync, that's how the syncing will be stopped between the opportunity product and the code. Now, if I try to change the price book. Now, let's click on the code, click on save, click on save. Now it is gets updated. Now it is updated. Right, without any warning message, it just changed the price book. As soon as I stop the syncing, it is updated the or it is enabled the syncing. Now it is I'm able to change it here. Now if I try to add a product, now I'm adding the product of HTML, Salesforce. Click on next. What happened here? Click on next. Once we click on the next, let's say quantity is 1, and then I'm going to add it. This is also 1, and let's click on the same. Now I have added the product which is related to the gold customer, which is related to the gold customer. Now, if I go to the price book, now let's click on this price book. In this price book, let's open the gold. Inside the gold, I have a 2 products which are linked. Now, let me add one more product. Let's say lightning. I'm adding the lightning. Click on next. Let's say now I have added the lightning course as well. Now let me go here and add the product. On the opportunity, I'm going to add the product which is called as a lightning course. Now I have a 3 products. Now I have a 3 products on the opportunity. I have a 3 products on the opportunity. Quantities, each one of them is a 1, but I have a 3 products. I have 3 products. Now, if I create a new code here, I'm going to create a new code. Click on new code. Let's say this is code name is Anita -version 3. Anita -version 3, and expiration date is August 31st. Now click on save. Now the 003 is created. Now let me go back here and let me open the latest quotation. Which is 003. Now I'm going to start syncing. I'll say start syncing. Click on save. Start syncing. Now it is started syncing. Now for example, this is the Anita version 3. Anita version 3. Now at the same time, I wanted to enable the syncing for version 2 also. I wanted to enable the syncing for version 2 also. Now can I enable multiple syncing, multiple ports syncing? That means I already have a syncing is enabled for version 3. Now for version 2 also I wanted to enable the syncing. I'll say start syncing. Click on continue. Now what happened? It is automatically uncheck the previous one. Now this is right now it is synced. Now if I say it is right now version 3, I'm syncing it. Click on continue. Now it is giving the option here. Now this is, let's refresh. It says that deactive. Now what is happening when I click on start syncing? It is giving me some warning error message. It says that code Anita version 3 is already synced with this opportunity. An opportunity can be synced with only one code. That means syncing can be enabled only for one code per object. You cannot enable multiple codes. You cannot enable multiple codes. Now, in case if you try to enable this, the version 3 will be deactivated and version 2 will be activated. Now, let's say continue. Now, here it is activated and the version 3, if I refresh this, version 3 will be deactivated. Version 3 will be deactivated. See here. Now, again, if I try to sync it, this one, start syncing, it will give me the warning message. Version 2 is already in the syncing with opportunity. I'll say click on continue. If I continue, then it will enable, the other one will be disabled. Other one will be disabled. Now, some notes here. Now, code. Right, so here, from the beginning of the class, whatever we have discussed about the code is created within the opportunity. Within the opportunity. Code is created within the opportunity. And whenever while creating the code, few details are automatically captured from different objects. Automatically captured from different objects. Those objects are opportunity, contact, account. Now, once the code is created, now these are there, only we have to specify the code name. Only we have to specify the code name and the expiration date. These two we have to provide it while creating the quotation. Now, once the code is created, in order to generate a PDF, now click on create PDF on code record. When we click on create a PDF, the PDF is generated, and there are two buttons. One is a save and email code. Save and email code. So what will happen? It will save the PDF on code PDFs related list, as well as notes and attachments. Now the second button is save code. Now this is simply, it will save the record. Now here it will save the PDF here, as well as it will send related list. Let's say here codes PDF and notes and attachments related list, as well as it will prompt email, right? It will prompt the email to send email where we can send the email to the customer. Save quote is nothing but it will just save the PDF into the related list. It will simply save the PDF into the quotes PDFs and notes and related list. Notes and related list. Now, in quote object, we have a related list which is called as a quote line item. Quote line item. Now, this quote line item is quote line item is similar to the product on the opportunity. Product on the opportunity. Right? So by default, syncing will not be there. By default, syncing will not be there. Now here, in case if there is any changes, in case if there are any changes made on opportunity product, then it will not reflect on code. It will not reflect on code. Now what we need to do on the code, there is an option called start syncing, the button called start syncing. When we do the start syncing, in case if there is any changes that are happening on the product, any changes which are happening on the product, then it will reflect on code line item. Reflect on code line item. Similarly, in case if there are any changes on quote line item, if there are any changes on quote line item, then the changes will be reflect on product. Right? It will reflect on product. Now, so far we have seen this. Let's suppose now we have generated the code, everything is perfectly fine. Now, if you see the quotation, this Anita version 3, we have three products. We have three products. Now, right now it is a syncing. Right now it is a syncing. Now, let's suppose I'm going to deactivate this product. I'm going to deactivate this product. Let's go to the product. Now let's say that I'm going to deactivate this. This is the quote line item, product is lightning course. I'm going to deactivate this. Edit. Deactivate the product, click on save. Now what will happen whenever we deactivate it? If I deactivate it, will it be problem on the code or not? Will it be problem on the code? If it is deactivated, if the product is deactivated and you have a syncing already enabled, you will not see any differences. But in case if you want to add, if you want to add, now for example, I wanted to add a product here. Here it is not there. Let me create a new code. Click on this new code. Anita version 4. And the expiration, let's give it as a August 31st, and then click on save. I'll open this. I'll open the quotation. Now I have here two quotations are there, two products are there. Now I'm going to add one more product. Let's assume it's not even displaying here. It's not even displaying it. But whatever the existing one is there, that will not change anything. Right now, as soon as I deactivate the product, if I try to add the product also, it is not even displaying here. It is not even displaying the product information. But how about the existing one? Existing one, it still continue that. It still continue. You can do the stop syncing, you can do the continue, it is stopped. Now if I click on start syncing, now if you continue, you will replace the opportunity products with continue. Okay, this is perfectly fine. Now here it is saying that if you start it again, your code cannot be sync with the sync because there is an inactive product. Because there is already inactive product is there. Now if you remove the inactive product, then only it will allow. That means the syncing is already enabled. When the syncing is already enabled and later client deactivated the product, it will not impact anything to the syncing code. It will not impact anything to the syncing code. If you stop syncing and if you start again, then you will see the error message saying that there is an inactive product in this. So just delete that inactive one. What is the inactive? Lightning force is the inactive. I'll say that I'll delete this lightning force. Now I'll go here and I'll say start syncing. Start syncing. Now I'll click on the, now it is syncing is enabled. Syncing is enabled. So for any questions. Now take a notes of these points. Let me know once it is done. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see. Now there are properties of, now before that, let's see the discount. Now discount, let's move on to the discount part of it. Now let's assume that we are already discussing with the customer. While we are discussing with the customers, right, already we have reduced what are the standard price is there. Compared to standard price, the Salesforce price company itself, they have reduced it, right? If I go to the gold customer, the standard price is, what are the standard prices there? The standard price is, and this is the price book. Now if I go to the Salesforce course product, inside the Salesforce course product, now the already it is a Salesforce course is 1,50,000, which is a standard price. Now we have reduced it to 1,30,000, which is done by the company. Now on top of it, again they are asking the discount. Again, they are asking the discount. Now, the discount part, where should we need to add it? Now here we do not have anywhere. Now there is a discount which is says here, discount is 0.0%, but I cannot edit that. Discount, I cannot edit. Even if I click on the edit button, this discount is a disabled. Discount is disabled. Right, nowhere I do not have any information. Now let's click on a save. In order to add a discount, we need to go to the quote line item. So discount will be applied on each product. Discount is applied on each product. Now here I'll say 4%. I'll say 4% discount, or let's say 5% discount. 5% discount on top of this 1,30,000. 5% discount on top of this 1,30,000. If I click on a save, now automatically it will calculate and my total will be updated. Before it was a 2,10,000. Now it is a 2,35,3,500. 2,03,500. But it is automatically updated. Similarly, on the opportunity level, the data gets updated. Now, if I refresh here, now it is showing the amount 203500. Because syncing is already enabled. Now let me open the version 4. In the version 4, let's go to the version 4. In the version 4 for HTML and JavaScript. Now this total amount in the version 4 is 2,10,000. Right? So now I'm clicking on the HTML and JavaScript. Now I'm applying here the discount is a 10% discount. Click on the save. 10% discount on top of the 80,000, which is single product. For a single product, we are applying the discount. Discount is always applied on a product, not on overall amount or overall price. Now it is still showing here 2,10,000. It is still showing 2,10,000. Now let's refresh. Now here amount is 2,02,000. Right, so some amount it is decreased. Now how about this on the opportunity? Still it is showing the what are the version 3 amount is there, still it is showing the version 3 amount. Now it will not be updated on the opportunity because for which code we are doing it, we are doing the updates on the code which is deactive. On the whatever you do updates on the deactive one, it will not be updated on the opportunity. It will not be updated on the opportunity. Only the one which are active, only the one which is syncing is enabled. If you try to add here, click on the edit button. I'll say here 10% discount HTML. 10% discount which is HTML. Now click on a save. Now right now it is a 2,03,500. Now click on this save. Now it is gone down. 1,95,500. 1,95,500. Now let's go and see on the opportunity. On the opportunity also, it got updated 1,95,000. So now if I go ahead and generate a PDF, now let's go ahead and generate a PDF, create a PDF. When we are creating the PDF, now it will show us the discount. Discount for the HTML and JavaScript is a 10%. Salesforce, it is a 5%. So we have received total was subtotal was 2,10,000. That is the actual subtotal, right? And after discount, the total price is 1,95,500. Now we can do the signature and send it to the customer. You can say save to the code. Now it is saved here. Now if you want to send an email, we can send it. So that is the discount. Discount is applied on the product level, but you cannot apply it at the product here. Okay, you cannot apply here in the product level. Not here. Only it is applied on the quote line item. Only on the quote line item. Discount can be applied only on the quote line item. Where do you see private? In which detail section private is? Ravi, where do you see the private? On the opportunity or on the opportunity private? Okay. Private is, this is a different altogether. Now, do you want this opportunity visible to the only the person who is created? Right, this is kind of a security level. Sharing or security concept. Whenever we discuss the security, that time we will discuss the private. But private here is nothing but when I click on enable, that means this opportunity should be visible to only the person who is created, the person is there, only that person should be viewing the opportunity. Others should not be viewing it. Now, as soon as I click on checkbox here too, then automatically at the back end, the security of the opportunity, the whatever the security is there, right now it is open for everybody can open all the opportunity. But as soon as I say here private equal to true, that means this opportunity is restricted to view only for one person. Whoever is created, only that person can view it, others cannot view it. Clear? Now, let's move on. Properties of quote. Now, so far, whatever we have discussed, what are the properties of quote? Now, quotation requires activation, right? So, whenever you create a quotation, right, it has to be active in a sense, somebody should be working on this. Somebody either creating the PDF or sending an email, some action needs to be happen, or you need to log a call saying that I call this person in order to discuss the quotation. Some activity needs to happen. needs to happen on the quotation. And the second one is one opportunity can have multiple quotations. There is no restriction. However, at the given time, only one quotation can be synced. If you have a 10 quotation, 20 quotation, 30 quotation, out of that you can sync only one quotation. And the quotation with inactive product cannot be synced. That's what we have seen. In case suddenly client is deactivated the product and you stop the syncing, and again if you are starting the syncing, in that case what will happen is it will throw an error message saying that you cannot activate the syncing because there is a inactive product, which we have already seen. Discounts are applied only on the quote line item. Discounts are applied only on the quote line item, and discounts are in the form of percentage. It's not in the form of amount, either 10% or a 5%. It's not in the form of like a 20,000 or a 30,000. Not like that. There will be 5%, 10%, 20% kind of a. It's a percentage wise. And discount, when once the syncing is enabled, discounts also sync with opportunity. Discounts also sync with opportunity. When we enable the syncing, we know the product on the opportunity will be syncing with quote line item. Similarly, if there is any discount we have added suddenly on the quote line item, what are the total amount is there, the total amount also get applied to the syncing with the opportunity amount and expected revenue. And there is a few information on the code which is called as a tax, shipping and handling. So this tax and shipping handling will not play any role. Okay, this is just for a clarity. Now here, for example, if I added tax, right now the amount is 1,95,000. If I add a tax of 20,000. Now click on it, save. 20,000. Now let me refresh. Now grand total it says 2,50,000. It's supposed to be 1,95,000. Let's generate the PDF and see. Click on create PDF. When I click on create PDF, now here it says subtotal is a 2,10,000. Now here discount is a 6.90. Total price after the discount, total price is 1,95,500. But after that, 20,000 tax is added. 20,000 tax is added. Along with the 20,000, total cost will be 2,15,500. Now tax is also added. GST tax, some CST tax will be there, right? So assume that GST is 1,000 or 100. Click on save. Now it is grand total is 1,96,000. 1,96,000. Now let's go ahead and see on the opportunity. On the opportunity, let's refresh. Now it says 1,95,000. Now let's click on refresh again. We did it on the active port. Okay. 1,95,000. Now let's see inspect. empty cache and hard reload. Still it is showing the 1,95,000. That means whatever the taxes are there, right? On the opportunity, only the total price will be displayed, not the grand total. Not the grand total. On the opportunity, it will display only the total amount. That means whatever the taxes are added on the quote, that will not be included on the opportunity. So taxes and if there is any shipping charges or handling charges, those will not be synced with opportunity. Those are additional charges. So taxes, shipping will not be synced with opportunity. Take a notes of it. In the meantime, any questions, anybody? Okay. Now let's see the marketing sales cloud architecture. Now initially we have created a campaign record. Outcome of the campaign is lead. And once a lead is created, it has to go through the lead cycle to identify whether it is a genuine lead or not. And lead get converted to the account, contact, and opportunity. Account, contact, and the opportunity. On the opportunity, we created the price book. On the opportunity, we have a sales cycle. It has to go through the sales cycle, and each opportunity should be associated to the product. For that, we have created the product and we have created the price book. And price book is associated to the product is associated to the opportunity. Right? That means every opportunity should be linked to the product. And in order to generate a quotation, what we have done on the opportunity level, first of all, we have enabled the code. We have enabled the code. If we enable the code, we can see the code on the opportunity. Code on the opportunity. Now we have generated the code and generated the PDF and given to the customers. In the code also we have a different code cycles are there. Different code cycle. That is just to track the information on that code. Now, so far we have just completed this. So far we have completed this. So far we have so far we have got this entire thing is completed. Now after this, what is pending? Now I have generated the quotation and I have sent it to the customer. After this, then the place comes into the order. Order and the contract. Contract, order, and invoice. Final one is the invoice. Final one is invoice. Now, order, contract, invoice, we will see tomorrow. Order, contract, invoice, we will see tomorrow. Take a notes of it. Marketing, sales, cloud architecture. Okay. Now, that's all for today, the topic. Let's see the questions today. Tomorrow we will talk about the order, contract, and invoice. Now, what is a quote? What is a quote?
Quote is created with an opportunity.
Right. Others?
Estimation.
Estimation cost. Okay.
Combination of products, quantities and pricing.
Quantities and pricing, proposal or offer. That's right. So quote is nothing but you can say estimated cost or at the price of company product and service or any proposal or offer. How to add a quotes? What is the navigation steps to add a quotes? What is the navigation steps to add a quotes?
Setup, feature settings, sales, and quotes, quote settings, and enabling the quotes.
Okay, that's enabling the quotes, but how to add a quotes? After enabling it, how do you add the quotes? From where do you add the quotes?
Navigate the code, then you can go the new case.
So now we have enabled the quotes. Okay, after enabling the quote, where can we see the quote? In the opportunity page. Yes. On the opportunity page, what we have to do? How to create a quotes on the opportunity? In the opportunity, we have a related list and quote, and there you have a click on a new quote. Can I see the quote if there is a deactive product associated to the quote? Can I sync quote if there is a deactive product associated to the quote? I have a
No.
deactive product on the quote.
No. No.
Right. If there is a deactive, we can move to it. Now, homework, this is the yesterday's homework. Whatever you have done it. Additionally, create a 4 quotes by changing the quantity on the product. By changing the quantity on the product and generate a 4 PDFs for one quote. You need to generate a 4 PDFs for the last quote. And final quote, click on a sync. Click on start sync. And add the discount on the quote line item, check the reflected amount on opportunity. Take a notes of it. The last one is additional one. Today we have adding this. And the next one is same. Create a 4 quotes by changing the quantity on the product. Generate a 4 PDFs on the final quote and then click on a sync button, start sync for the last quote. And add the discount on the quote line item for each product, each quote line item, and the check reflected amount on the opportunity. Check the reflected amount on the opportunity. Taken the note. Okay. Now, interview questions. Now, how to create a quotation? How to create a quotation? How to generate a PDF on quote? How to generate PDF on quote? What is save to quote? What is save to quote on PDF? There is an option called save to quote on PDF. What is save to quote? How to send an email to the customer with attached quotation? How to send an email to the customer with attached quotation? How many quotations can be created for single opportunity? For single opportunity. If admin team delete the product, if admin team delete the product, each quote will be deleted or updated automatically. The admin team is deleting the product. And what will happen to the quote? Each quote will be deleted or updated automatically. What is quote line item? What is quote line item? Where can be viewed all the generated PDFs on quote? Where can the client view all the generated PDFs on the quote? How to identify the oldest PDF and latest PDF? How to identify the old PDF or a latest PDF? What are the data present on the PDF? What are the data present on the PDF? Take a notes of it. Okay. Okay, next. If quote line item is updated directly, will the product details on opportunity will be updated automatically? If quote line item updated directly, will the product details on the opportunity will be updated automatically? What is start syncing? What is start sync on quote? What is start sync on quote? How to sync quote and product on the opportunity? How to sync quote and opportunity on the product on the opportunity? How client will identify whether quote is on sync with the product of the opportunity or not. How they will identify it. How client will identify whether the client, how client will identify whether quote is on sync with product of the opportunity or not. When sync is enabled between the product and quote, then PDF is auto-updated. PDFs is auto-updated. Can multiple quotes enable the sync option? Can can client enable the sync? Can client enable the sync option for multiple ports on single opportunity? On single opportunity. If client try to activate multiple sync for single opportunity, what will happen? Can code associate with the account? Can code associated with the account? Can client change the price book on the opportunity while syncing is on between the quote and product? Quote and product. What are the navigation steps to add a discount? Take a notes of it. Done. Okay. The next one is after adding the discount, what changes client can observe on code? After adding the discount, what changes client can observe on code? Does discount details display on the PDF? Does discount details display on the PDF? What is this error? What is this error? The code cannot be synced because it has an inactive or active product. Now, what is this error? And when this error happens, when this error will be received? When client will receive this error. When client will be receive this error. What are the properties of code? What are the properties of code? Sometimes Sometimes client is able to add inactive products. Why? Sometimes client is able to view inactive products on code. Why? So that's all for today.